Yeah! Yeah! What's good, guys? Your boy Hugo Savage back again for another prediction show. Extreme Rules 2022. WWE doing it again. One of my favorite pay-per-views of the year. If they get it right. You know, like that. Big up the Demon Team. I hope everyone's well, staying healthy. You already know the good stuff. Big up John Conway and Khaled in the chat. Come on. Let's run it through, bro. Big up Conway every time. Love for the support, bro. Big up Khaled, my bro. Yeah. Big up man. You know, like that. Yeah. TikTok. Yeah, you know, like that here for a good time, not a long one. You know, like that. Yeah, trust me. We're here. Good times and that. Yeah. All right, listen, it's early to be running. The show just started, you know what I mean? We're going to go through these predictions one by one. We're going to chop it up. And yeah, man, you guys can give me your view on what you think is going to happen, man. I'm very excited for this up and coming show. We've had some really good pay-per-views so far, you know. Raws have been a bit up and down, a little bit inconsistent, but if you had to choose out of 10 what Raw's been since Triple H taken over, I'd say 7 out of 10. Which is a good number, you know what I mean? Because it was rocking at like 4s before. And SmackDown I've been enjoying SmackDown, you know, like that. Yeah, bit of madness, but I'm excited, bro. You know what I mean? Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Big up Morris. What happened to Raw review this week? Yeah, man. Otherwise occupied in it. This is one of them ones, bro. It's one of them ones. I do enjoy the Raw review, to be fair, but if everyone remembers what I said, they pretty much do it live just so it can go straight up anyway. I can't lie though, and you guys know I don't really care about numbers and stuff like that as such. But if you're putting the effort into something and there's not that many people there, because I've had different outcomes of the Raw review show, and I get it because depending on the time I do it quite early for me in the UK. So for everyone else, it's all over the place. But it's one of them ones. I did speak on the Raw before that, the Raw review show, and I asked people to let me know if they wanted Savage Talk back instead, because you know, usually I'll do the Raw review show, and if I don't get that done, then at least I'll do the reaction show. But honestly, it was my missus' birthday and had stuff to do, man. You know what I mean? So, but it'll be back. It'll be back. Like any other week, you will see the Raw review or the reaction or both. But it just depends. But I'm gonna try it. Like I want to increase the channel, not so much by subscribers and stuff like that, but just the content and the enjoyment you guys are getting from the channel, get you guys more inclusive in it. And I'm not going to do that if I don't get the numbers on it, because what I would do, which is any normal person would do, you put something out there, if it gets the numbers in terms of people enjoying it, you carry on. If it seems like people ain't enjoying it or not really responding to it, you get rid of it and do something else. And Raw review shows teetering a little bit. I have to check it again, because normally I don't. Once I've finished with something, I don't really check the views and stuff. But I guess I'll have to check and see what the numbers are right after when it's not live, and then that will determine what I go through. Because obviously with SmackDown, I don't do it. I just do Final Thought and then move on. So we'll see. But big up, bro. Is a fight like Hell in a Cell? I'm confused, brother. You have to let me know what you mean by that. How you doing today, brother? Big up, Khaled. Are you ready for Saturday? You know, like that. I'm ready for Saturday. I'm really excited for it as well. Like I've been looking forward to Extreme Rules. It feels like this particular, what did they call it, premium live event, this particular pay-per-view seems like it's dragging a little bit to get there. So there's been a lot of, like, especially on Raw, a lot of things have been proper repetitive in terms of the build-up to what's going to happen on Saturday. And I know usually you would have 4 to 5, probably 4 weeks in between each pay-per-view, which gives you 4 weeks to build up. And in terms of Raw, that should give you 12 hours of wrestling to make a good build up. And I don't think it's been incredible. Some of the storylines have been going on for a while. But yeah, we'll see. It's very interesting. So I just subscribe to Hugo Online, Hugh Jackman, Deadpool. Let's go. Come on, big up, bro. I'm not going to talk about that day because we're talking about wrestling, but thanks for subscribing to that channel. That, to be fair, Hugo Online went up by around 100 subscribers last week or this week. So big up for everyone who supported and went over there as well. I know that it probably wasn't even people from this channel, to be fair. I think one of my reaction videos might have been Black Panther or something before that. that people reacted to now. So it's good to see, man. I really built my channels based on obviously what I enjoy first of all, so I can keep doing it. But I wanted something for fans to be more interactive with, and yeah, so I like that. So big up. Is the fight pit like Hell in a Cell? Not really. If you want to see what the fight pit looks like, go and put in YouTube, put Riddle versus Timothy Thatcher, and you'll see what the fight pit looks like. It pretty much is a Hell in a no. It's pretty much a cage match, but at the top of the cage there's a rim going around it, so you could stand at the top of the cage without falling off. It's quite padded, um, but yeah, it's more like a cage than a Hell in a Cell because the Hell in a Cell's got the roof on it. If I'm correct, when I watched that the fight pit, it didn't look like that, but it had padding on the side, so very interesting. Go and look at that. Big up Zen, what's up, Demon Team? Big up Zen, man. I saw that. I saw what you put on Instagram, bro. I seen that Sonya Deville was looking at your page because you put something up about Sonya Deville, so I'm guessing that made you happy for a long time. That's dope, man. That's dope. You know what I mean? But she likes girls, so no step closer to it. But yeah, big up for sure. Yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Though there's not much stuff being not much stuff going on in the week. There was there was the backstage altercation between Andrade and Sammy Guevara popping off. Also, I don't know if everyone's seen that Raw, SmackDown, and NXT because we're going into the season premiere, which is a weird thing to have on WWE, but because it never stops. But they've got a new commentary team, and I'm looking forward to it, man. Kathy Kelly's back. Love Kathy Kelly. Booker T's back. And Booker T is going to be a commentator on NXT. Wade Barrett's going to be with Michael Cole on Raw, I think, and no, on SmackDown. And then Corey Graves is going to be with the other dude on Raw. So that's going to be dope. I'm looking forward to it. I like this new camera, Hugo, the focus effect plus the Cobra Kai. Oh, thanks very much, bro. I enjoyed doing the Cobra Kai review, man. I thought it was fun. And it's the same camera. I just changed the you can put a blurred background on, and my light's a bit brighter, so it looks even more focused. Sometimes it looks terrible. I don't know what was going on with the camera before, but yeah, I always try and upgrade a little bit, make some banners and that to make it cool. So hopefully that's dope. I don't know who I want off TV more, Penelope Ford or Lash Legend. Who's worst? I don't know who's worst. Maybe Penelope Ford might be a little bit worse, but Lash Legend is very annoying. Every match has a stipulation, which is good last year. It was just Finn and Roman's main event. Yeah, that's when Finn turned into a trout, turned into a proper fish, man. But yeah, that's how it should be, man. I hate when things are named Extreme Rules or Hell in a Cell and all these things and don't have stipulations to match it. So Booker T on Raw, SmackDown, but oh yeah, but I think they tried to be smart with it because I think because obviously Booker T's got his he's got the Hall of Fame podcast on the days when SmackDown's on. He normally puts it out on Tuesday at 11 p.m., I think. So if I'm correct, they might have it where he can still do both and cut around it. I think if he goes on Raw SmackDown, he's gonna have to be pretty damn committed to even turn up to the wow, Kathy Kelly. I did not see you come back. Welcome back. Yeah, man, I love Kathy Kelly. Since my IG went public, I got views from Sonya Deville, Wade Barrett, Mandy Rose, Pat McAfee, Dana Peralta, and Jeff Hardy. Yeah, what did you get views on though? Is it them looking at your story or did they post your story? Let me know, man. Dope. Let's get into the prediction, man. Let's get into it. Kind of weird, yeah, because usually there's matches that I don't care about at all. There's obviously someone here that the stipulation doesn't matter too much, or the outcome doesn't matter too much. But I guess we'll go in that kind of order. But it's another banger, and I'm pretty sure they'll probably add a match on SmackDown. But we're gonna start with this match here. Build has been nice. We got Imperium versus the Sneaky Blinders. Yeah, the Intercontinental Champion, obviously Gunther, with the Imperium, and then we got the Sneaky Blinders, bro. Sheamus, Holland, done. And this is going to be a brutal match. I think it's going to be very brutal. I can see a lot of damage in this match. I like the fact how they've built this up from the great match that Gunther and Sheamus had at the last pay-per-view. And yeah, it's one of those ones where there's no title on the line for that, but at the same time, dope stuff, and I can't wait. I can't wait. They're gonna kick the hell out of each other, and it's gonna be good to see the spotlight being shined on a few of the others as well. Because, as you guys know, man, for me, Pete's one of the best, and him not being, included on the show, and that's a bit weird to me. So I don't know. Be interesting to see what happens. Um, Let me know in the comment section who you think's gonna win that match. I got a feeling that Imperium's gonna win. Um, keep them strong. They got the champion on their side as well, but you never know. But I'm gonna go with Imperium on this one. But it's gonna be a brutal match. I don't know who's gonna take the pin. I don't think it'll be Sheamus. Likely to be Pete or someone, to be honest. But we'll see. Let me know in the comment section who you guys think will win this match. I missed NXT yesterday. I'm missing nothing important. I could not miss Chucky season, which has started off better than season one. Yeah, it has definitely started off better than season one. And then NXT was good, bro. NXT was really good. And I think we've got Halloween Havoc on the 22nd, which is going to be dope as well. Sorry from legit taking over your comment section so much, but this is the first time since Money in the Bank 2021 that I'm hyped for every match on the card. Now you're not taking over the comment section, bro. That's what the comment section is there for you guys to speak. You know what I'm saying? So engage, bro. You already know the vibes then. Imperium will win, but the Brawling Brutes need momentum. Yeah, they do. But I guess I don't think they want to derail Imperium at the moment. I think they want to keep them looking strong. Nice to see that there's so much tag teams around again, though, because at one point it looked like all the tag team. The tag team division was like torn apart, but really nice to see that they're all back around. Khaled chooses Imperium as well. Okay, so moving on from there, every other match. I mean, they're not all title matches, but they're pretty dope and looking forward to it. I'll save the championship matches for last. Show them a bit of respect and that. And to be fair, it's good that we've got the both women's titles on the line because it's been a minute. Obviously, there's no men's one because Roman has them both, so he's chilling. But let's go Drew versus Mr. Cross. Um, Brutal stuff coming up. It's a strap match, and I don't know with this one. This is a very hard one for me to pick from now. When I say it's hard, I'm not on about the one who I would pick if I had to choose who would win. Because if I had to pick who I want to win, I'm gonna pick Karrion to win this match. Although I think he needs to cut his hair off. But Drew's momentum going into fighting Roman at Clash of the Castle was massive. Drew's momentum after should be still massive because he lost to the champion. He didn't lose to like some bum. But the fact that it's a stipulation match, it's a strap match. I know the strap doesn't mean anything to Karrion, but the fact that the stipulation there, I can see at this point. I guess the only problem is I don't know if he's going to choke Drew out or Saito suplex. I don't think that will put him away. So my guess is that Karrion wins this match because he ain't fought since he's been back, has he? So I think Karrion wins this match. I think he chokes Drew with the strap, puts him to sleep. I think he goes that way because Drew's not going to tap out and he's not going to take the pinfall. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Karrion in this match. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Sheamus needs to enter back into the main title picture though. Sheamus will be the opponent for Roman, and we have only seen Roman versus Sheamus once. When Sheamus, we've seen Roman versus Sheamus. Ain't that when that's how he won the title? He beat Roman for the title before Money in the Bank. He cashed in on him, didn't he? And then when the Roman won it back when Vince was the ref. So he's fought him more than once. And he fought him when he was part of the League of what they're called again? The League of Gentlemen. I don't know what the flip they were called, bro. League of Nations. So he's fought Sheamus a few times in the past. I don't know if you mean like in the last like couple of years and stuff like that, but he's definitely fought Sheamus on more than one occasion. 6-man tag ending. Everyone's out except Sheamus and Walter, but Kaiser pushes Walter, takes the kick and Walter pins Sheamus. That's a good shout. Bailey takes the title off. We ain't even got to that match yet, bro. Karen Cross wins. Karen had the one random match against Ricochet the night before. Oh yeah, when he won that, I don't think pinning Karen now or making him lose would be weird. and you can't get disqualified in this match as well. So I would have Karen win this match because it don't make Drew look weak losing by a weapon, but Karen just coming back onto the roster definitely needs the momentum a little bit more. I'm sure that's not going to be the only match to fight each other, though. I think they will go on from here and have a bit of a war. So, if it's an opinion in Philly, my bad, bro. Yeah, no problem, bro. McIntyre cross uses the strap, wraps around Drew's throat, and locks in the cross. Mate, that's exactly what I said, bro. Come on, you know the vibes. Yeah, moving on. Dope. Good prediction so far, man. I feel it's gonna be interesting. Let's go for this one. Okay, I'm just gonna say like this match, maybe the one I don't. Okay, in terms of wrestling, I care about this match, but in terms of the story, it I don't care because Finn Balor doesn't look strong anymore. So him fighting against Edge isn't nothing to me. But we're gonna predict it, so let's go. Edge versus Finn Balor. You see the fireflies behind Edge's head. Yep, we're here. Anyway, interesting. Because if this was another time when it was Finn on his own as a solo, I'd be very interested for this match. Very excited. Finn as part of Judgment Day. I'll be honest with something. Judgment Day isn't as bad as I thought they initially were. A few weeks ago, I thought they were terrible. Now I can stand them barely. They've almost been the face of Raw though, which is weird. They don't do anything. Like they talk a lot, they wrestle a lot more than everyone. One of their members will wrestle every week, apart from Rhea. She don't really have many matches. Um, I don't know if that's anything to do with what she was like before when she had the heart monitor thing on, because since she's been back, she's just been dragging people out the ring and kicking people. She ain't really had any matches, so be very interesting to see what happens there. But how does I can't see that Finn wins this match. Actually, Judgment Day is going to get involved at some point. We know that. The difference is it Dominic who tries to get involved and Rey Mysterio comes out and stops him? That's probably what I'm thinking. That Dominic's been trying to get Rey to hit him for the last 3-4 weeks now, since the week after Clash at the Castle, and he won't do it. He won't hit him with a chair. He won't push him or anything like that. I think we see at Extreme Rules for the first time, Rey puts his hands on Dominic. He might not do anything brutal, but I think he will stop Dominic from interfering in the match, and Edge will pick up the victory. He might just do it by pulling Dom's legs, but whatever happens, Dom will hurt himself, and he will take it very personally, and then Rey's going to be in turmoil. So I'm going to go with Edge to win this match. Yeah, I think that sounds about right, but we'll see what everyone else has got to say. Deontay says Cross can't lose his first pay-per-view. Exactly my point. Big up Lord of Darkness. You already know the vibes, bro. Yeah, man, everyone's showing Lord of Darkness some love. The storytelling in this match with the individual talent alone, whether or not Finn by himself, would be good. Yeah. The problem is, and I don't know if anyone agrees with me, and if you guys let me know if you don't, but everyone has to take losses and wins in WWE at some point in their career. Sometimes your storyline requires calls for it. You can take Seth Rollins, for example. Seth's lost more than anyone this year. If you add up all the house shows he's done and the Raws, and pay-per-views, he's lost more matches than everyone. But he still looks strong because he's got a backlog of great wrestling moments, WrestleMania moments, Royal Rumble, he's Grand Slam champion. He's got that thing where you can still look like you can still put people over pretty much. If you fight Seth Rollins and you win, depending on who you are and where it is, you can still get a bit of a rub against it. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not as strong as it was before. For example, if somebody like Bobby Lashley or someone beats Seth, it's not a big deal. Even though it should be, but it's not. But if somebody like Chad Gable or someone beats Seth, then it will be like, they start screaming it's the biggest win of their career and all that business. So with Finn, I have that about him, that he doesn't have any star power in terms of he can't get anybody over anymore because they've booked him so bad that like what do you win by getting over on Finn? I mean, he was a terrible champion when he had the belt. It wasn't even his fault when he was on SmackDown. So intriguing, and Edge is obviously you can get rub off Edge because he's a Hall of Fame and a legend, but at the same time, so definitely gonna go for Edge on this one. Shout out to Damien Priest. His mic game has improved and he comes across as a leader of I said this on Raw. I said this Raw not last week, the week before. I said he comes across to me as the leader of Judgment Day, even though I don't think that's what I was going for. It looked like initially recruit Finn Balor, kick Edge out, and then Finn becomes the leader. But even if you watch the episode back when Finn and the Judgment Day beat Edge up, it still was Damien. And Damien can talk on the mic, and he's got like a sinister voice for this group, so I like it. Balor needs the win more, to be honest. Rhea Ripley has been carrying the group. I thought she was the leader. I don't think she's been carrying the group. She's annoying, man. I can't have her speaking, saying stuff like Poppy and that. It sounds weird. But I like Rhea, but yeah, it's a bit weird to me. She doesn't do anything. Everything's about Dominic keeping him possessed and that. But I agree that you probably it's the same thing though, Deontay. Like if Balor wins, nothing happens. If Edge wins, nothing happens. So either way, it doesn't make much of a difference. The only problem is normally when Edge loses, he just leaves and then doesn't come back for a while. So who knows? Edge is about to win by locking in some sort of submission. Judgment Day attacks beating Edge. The bloody Pult. Finn teases the concerto, but Beth Phoenix comes out for him. Yeah, lightly. The only problem is I don't want it to happen because we've seen Beth come out to protect him already this year. And it's a little bit cheesy. And I'm not being sexist or anything like that. There's only so many times that you need help from your woman to come out and help you. It's different if she's like pulling a steel chair off somebody when they're about to hit you with it when she's already at ringside, or low blow or pulling their leg. But I know she's a powerful woman, but running out again to save Edge, what she did before, yeah, because she did that before with the Miz thing as well before they had that match with Marie. So yeah, good idea though. Edge gets quit on her behalf. Reminds me about their kids and their dad. It's a good shout. It's a good shout. Savage Edge wins. If the Firefly something with Bray, just asking Savage. Nah, that's why I said it, and I was trying to troll on it because I just saw that it was in the background of the thing. Listen, we know about Bray. Yeah, there's a connection with Bray and Extreme Rules, and the last Extreme Rules we saw. Well, with the Fiend, we had the Fiend versus we had Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman, and that's how the Alexa thing started. It started at Extreme Rules, the horror show. You know the one when Ray lost his eye, and yeah, it's got a connection there, bro. You remember at the end of that match? I think technically no one won that match because Bray kind of drowned or whatever, and then right at the end, the Fiend's head popped up. It was terrible how it popped up, by the way. You could tell it was like so pre-recorded. Let me in, run. But yeah, after that day, we saw the ghost of Alexa, and then she was like working with him, and then she turned on Braun. And yeah, that's kind of what happened. And then that was that. To be fair, that was the beginning of the end. But if you go back and watch that, which I did, it's actually fun. It's actually fun because if you go back and watch that match, and trust me, at one point there's a guy who's on fire for no reason in the background. He's just running through on fire. I love that shit. So big up to them guys, and it. Where are we? Where are we? I wasn't a fan of Karrion Cross back then, but now I do like him now. Yeah, I feel you, man. I was a big fan of Karrion on NXT. I liked his character. It was pretty dope. Really needs to go against no Fielder. Having a few with Legado Phantasma and Ray would be a lot of sense. What's the name of the woman? Oh, well, Elektra Lopez. Yeah, they're coming up to SmackDown this week. No, not this week. Next week. I think the premieres next week, so they will be on SmackDown. If anyone watched NXT, he came back for them, didn't he? And he said that I'm not going to leave without you. So they're going to the main roster. Love Legado del Fantasma. I'm here for it, man. So let's get it. But as I said, as I just said to you, I don't know if Rhea is still got the effects of that heart problem she had because she literally hasn't wrestled since she's been back. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I feel like she hasn't wrestled. Yes, true. So yeah. Hit row, they need a leader. How about R-Truth rebuild them? Good shout. Good shout. It was weird because Isaiah, when he was there, he didn't seem like a leader, but I know what you mean. He was the voice piece. Even though they can all talk, he was the kind of head one. But I know what you mean. When there's two men and one woman, unless she's doing all the talking, they probably need another person. So here for that. Oh yeah, done that already. It's before Halloween as well. And they did no rumors, mate. No rumors. DX is coming to Raw. Yes, they are, man. Here for it. The premiere is tomorrow. It's weird, isn't it? They got the premiere tomorrow for SmackDown and the premiere for Raw on Monday, but they've got a pay per view in between it, so stuff could change on it. I bet that's the reason why they left Roman off there on it, because they ain't gonna have him go for it. Because you would just know that he's gonna keep the title if he's gonna wrestle. So, um, but new commentary team coming on the weekend. Legado del Fantasma is gonna be dope there. Hopefully they change up a few different things as well, but I'm happy what Triple H is doing so far anyway. So, good stuff, man. Here for it. Let's move on from that match. See what we've covered so far. Let's talk Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins. What do we think of this one, man? This one, for me, Fight Pit. It's not so much about this stealing the show, although when I look through the card, this is likely to be the best match of the night. And I think that we'll get where Seth shows off his skills in this match as well. And I think Riddle shows off a lot of the MMA skills he's got. A lot of jiu-jitsu, grappling in this match. Probably use the cage as a weapon as well. Probably going to be a high spot somewhere because you've got the big padding on the Fight Pit. So the likelihood is to be, I don't know, Riddle with like a whatever. But I need this, which it feels like it's not going to again. But I need this feud to end here. I need it to. I'm fed up of these two going back and forth now. There's no title involved. Luckily, they brought up each other's wives and all that stuff on that video link, because otherwise the hatred wouldn't make enough sense. So I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that happening. Now the difference here is for who I want to win and who will win is the two different things, I think, because I'm not really comfortable with Seth losing another pay per view. To be honest, he loses too many. Like I said, he's lost more than any. But he did win the last match between them. Riddle is over with the fans anyway. Both of these guys are. I feel like they're gonna go with Riddle. Obviously, if Randy was fit, we would all. I'm sure we would all say that Randy's gonna turn up and help him or something, but he's not. The Fight Pit is Riddle's match per se, even though it's not really. I'm pretty sure Timothy Thatcher beat him in the match before. Could be wrong. It could have been Timothy fighting somebody else, but it was definitely a Fight Pit on NXT 2 years ago. I remember so. Let me know who you guys think, because I actually have no idea with this one. Oh no, it's Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. That's who it was. I think. Yeah, there was one with. Oh yeah, first one was Timothy Thatcher and Riddle. It definitely was. Yeah, it definitely was. But yeah, I like the Fight Pit match. To be fair, I hope they make it just look like the NXT one, because I like that. But we'll get to the comment section. See what everyone else is saying. I hate the Max and male models, but they're better than Hit Row, in my opinion. I'll admit seeing Sophia Cromwell in WWE is great. I agree with what you said, apart from I don't think they're better than Hit Row. I really don't. And 100%, there's no way that they're going to perform at Crown Jewel. There's no way. There's no way they're going to go. Listen, Mansoor, forget about it, bro. You used to go to Crown Jewel and win every match. It's over for you, bro. That record's done. Colin Graves isn't really new, but it is what pay-per-view. Now Cole and Graves ain't together, so it is new. They're not together on commentary. They're split up. I think it's Michael Cole and Wade Barrett together. Or are you talking about the specific to Extreme Rules? So I'm on about once the premiere's done, that's when it's supposed to be happening on it. But yeah, this ain't like a rumor or anything like that. It's on WWE.com. That's where I got the Booker T being on NXT from as well. But yeah, anyone see Carmelo and Zelina Vega? I think the Witch of the Wizards. I don't know, man. I keep seeing Carmelo on Instagram. I think Zelina Vega's with Aleister Black. They're taking a break. If anybody didn't see his post, go read it, because I'm not going to get into his personal stuff again. But pretty much had somebody health problems in the family. I think they lost someone, and he's left AEW now. So I think it's just like one of them. Triple H probably granted him some time, Zelina some time off to be with him, and then we'll see when he returns. He probably return to WWE, which I'm not mad about because I love Aleister Black. Hugo, when I tell you I'm hyped for this match, come on, you know the vibes. It's more likely to end because I feel like Bobby is dropping the US title on Monday to Seth. Bobby and Brock at Crown Jewel. God knows why, but Seth. Oh, no. I won't be looking forward to that at all. At all. I can't imagine or think of anything more stupid. No build up. Brock versus Bobby. Just to make Bobby look weaker because he's not gonna beat him. And Seth, yeah. Problem I've got is with Raw having Seth and Riddle, unless somebody gets really hurt in this match. If like realistically, Seth being in a fight pit match and then being able to fight Bobby on Raw is kind of ridiculous. He should be tired. He should be mashed up. Um, on top of that, him going for a title and then Riddle not getting involved is crazy as well. So I don't know if Riddle gets involved in this match and hits the wrong person. If he hits, because he could get involved in a match on Raw, hit Bobby, Seth would win by disqualification, and then they could have the crown jewel match. Could be Seth, Riddle, and Bobby for the title, at crown jewel, and then one of them two can take the belt off him then, and then move on. I'm here for that. That's a way better thing than them doing the other way around. So Seth to win. He has to keep momentum going into the match against Bobby. I mean, like I said to you, no one cares about Seth's momentum before today because he's lost so many matches. So yeah, it doesn't mean anything anymore. This is my whole point. It doesn't mean anything. It's like Austin Theory with that. But what if Austin Theory cashes in for the US title? Anybody? Because I think that's what he should do. I think he should cash in on Bobby. And there's no point in him trying to cash in on Roman. It ain't gonna work. I think Riddle wins 1%. Feud needs to be end. Yeah, the feud's been going on too long. But I don't mind if he wins here. Yeah, I kind of take. That's what I'm saying. I kind of take all them records out of my head though because it was NXT and it was ages ago. It was before flipping. There was still black and gold back then. So look how long Riddle's been on the roster now. So I don't even think though. You know what I mean? But I guess you're right. They can't make it seem like it's his thingy, but it's usually Cole and Graves that are together for every pay per view anyway. Now, but what I'm saying to you is they're changing the commentary team for pay per views as well. So I think they're taking one person from each show each time and changing it. Byron Saxton's gone backstage as well. He's not part of the commentary team anymore. I think Kathy Kelly's probably going to be on NXT because that's where she was before. But yeah, they do change it around all the time though. Normally, what they do is they don't do what you've said. They normally change it per match. So if it's a SmackDown match, they'll change it to a SmackDown commentary team, and then they'll change it after that. They did that at WrestleMania as well. That's how Pat McAfee ever got on pay per views as well. Hey, come. Oh, you like the shirt? Yeah, this shirt is come on, legendary stuff. It's got I think it's got Alexa at the bottom, but you know, she ain't. Here's what it is. So if they add Quincy Jones tag team division is going to die. Yeah, let's not talk about Quincy, man, because it just reminds me of that Don. Bobby versus Brock for US title is ridiculous. Yeah, it'd be terrible. It'd be even more. It'd be even more terrible because obviously Brock's gonna win and Brock don't want that title. He probably rip it in half, bro. So, and then Bobby lose against Goldberg as well last time, even though the match was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But you got Goldberg spear him off the ramp with the slowest spear of all time. We ain't got to that match. I'll get to that. Your thoughts on Candice? One of the worst returns I've ever seen. Nobody even knew who she was, bro. Like the fans did not give a damn. Terrible, terrible. Should have kept her on NXT, but I get it. Put her with her husband, but no one knew who she was, man. I think it's living more she and a half time. Yeah, I'll Deontay, keep it with these matches because I'll get to that match in a bit, so we can talk about it now. That theory is cashing in no major title anymore, so we're in the future plans for Cody and The Rock, if anything. So having cashing in on IC. I think he ain't cashing in on Gunther because that's problems. I'll just let him cash in. If he's gonna win a title, just cash in on the US title. Make it seem prestige like the Miz did with the Intercontinental title. And yeah, I'm here for that. Because what everybody thinks, I know that like, oh, Vince is guy and that, but that's part of the storyline, bro. He's still big grafting. So yeah. The reason 2 5 matches for Champ and Riddle. Who beat both of them. Yeah, bro, that's what I said. Come on. I got the I remember the last one. Because the match was pretty dope to be fair. I don't have an image. I do have an image of it on here. I think I do. Because the Chomper and Thatcher one was they were a tag team in it. So that's for whoever asked earlier about what does the I think it was I don't know if it was Deontay or somebody else who asked what the 5P looks like, but that's what it looks like in NXT. Cool little thing, man, because you can stand at the top and do moves and stuff like that. So I don't mind it too much. I think it's pretty interesting to be honest. I love Candice LeRae. It's a shame she didn't get the pop. Yeah, she didn't deserve it though, did she? Like, why would the Raw crowd know who Candice LeRae is? No offense to her and stuff like that, but the last time we saw her before she got pregnant, she was doing like Halloween stuff with um, Johnny and Dexter Loomis and you know what I mean. I think it was like Indy Hartwell and Dexter Loomis's wedding. I think she was pregnant at that time and didn't know, and then after that she was gone. So NXT people can't expect to get a pop. You know what I mean? Karen didn't get one at the first. And like even when he popped up, he got like a bit of noise, but he was on Raw for a little bit, so it's a bit of a weird one. And that was a brutal match. It was very brutal. I think I remember when there was bleeding and that. So don't match, and hopefully we'll see what happens from there. Moving on from there, we'll go to the last 2 matches. Both of these are women's matches, but they deserve to be spoke about last because 2 championships on the line. The first one is a ladder match. I say the first one. I don't know which one's going to end the show. The likelihood is it's going to be this one to end the show. Although I will say this: if we start watching the watch along, and we find out that Seth and Riddle's last, or one of them matches where there's no title on the line, he's here. Then I expect to see Bray Wyatt, like that. Because, yeah, man, I've been looking into all them QR codes and stuff like that, and they definitely point to him, but it doesn't point to him turning up here. He could be trolling. But the last one I checked with the last one I checked with Bray Wyatt with the Samson and Delilah picture, it had the code at the bottom. When I put the code into Google, it came up with the location of the Wells Fargo Center for Extreme Rules. So he could just be doing that and trolling us, but it definitely comes up with that. And if their match is not last, the women, I'm telling you, Bray's there, man, because they can't bring Bray back in the middle of a show. That's weird. Although they could tease something, you know what I mean? The lights could go off, and then the old I'm here for it. So anyway, let's give the ladies what they deserve. Bianca Belair and Bailey. I can't have Bailey winning this title right now. She's annoying me, which is a shame because anyone seen my reaction to when she returned, I was very happy, but something about how she is as a heel, sometimes she goes overboard. She's great in the ring. She needs to change that move though. Was it the planted rose or something? It's terrible. Like it doesn't look like it has any effect on any of them. Use it as a signature move and then get a new finisher move on it. Bianca's a worthy champion because she actually wrestles her ass off and puts great matches on. Is she great on the mic? No. I would say she's like a 5, 6 out of 10 on the mic. It seems like with Bianca that she's not saying her own stuff, but I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, then it's even worse because that means she's just not good at all. And it's weird because obviously her husband's great on the mic, so I'm sure he'd be giving her pointers and stuff like that. I think a lot of the time is they get to speak with a lot of attitude and stuff, which if you hear Bianca speak in real life, she's very nice on it. I would have Bianca's character as not a heel, but like a tweener. I would have her just almost like how Brock's character is, obviously not as aggressive, but the fact that she keeps going with the EST things to this day, I don't need her to do the fastest, roughest, toughest, all of that business because she runs out of breath saying it. But I wouldn't mind if she beat Bailey and started to talk about how more athletic she's than everybody. And I don't mean them stupid vignettes she was doing before when she was having races with people. I'm talking about how her wrestling style is kind of like how Kurt Angle used to. Like, there's no one for me to beat. Like, every time you put someone against me, I beat them. I'm much better than them. I'm much faster than them. This is what I do. and have her just getting a bit of an attitude going, because it means that in the future, because obviously right now, if I'm correct, what's in on SmackDown when I watched it, Montez has a boot on because he's injured. Now, I think I said that don't split the Street Profits at the time because there's not many tag teams. There's more tag teams now. I like the Street Profits as well. I think they're great, but they keep losing. So what I would have is keep having Dawkins wrestle in the name of the Street Profits, and then let him start losing, because then Montez can start saying, or have Dawkins keep winning till Montez gets jealous. Because when you turn them heel at the same time, there's that cohesiveness. I know that sometimes there's husbands and wives, and one's heel and one's babyface, but even like with Seth and Becky, it works better that they're both heel at the same time because we know they're going home together. A little bit different with Naomi and Jay because they weren't even on the same show. But I would have that. That means you've got a couple who both think they're stronger and faster than everyone. We know that they're both more athletic than everyone anyway. Montez and Bianca. And then she got a bit more flavor to her then. And I would have her like start with telling Alexa and Oscar she doesn't need them to keep coming to the ring. I don't need your help. So let her do it the first time on the weekend. And then after that, when Bailey brings up the fact that you've had these lot to help you and that, so I don't need them. I'll go down that route, but I'm gonna go for Bianca Belair to win this match. Let me get to the comment section and see what everyone else is saying. I stepped on Candice before back in NXT. I didn't really care about her, but now seeing her in a more focused capacity and like singles and match with Raw, she's actually better than I thought. Oh, she's one of the best women wrestlers there is on the roster altogether. But they got to build a character up because nobody cared about Johnny either when he came out. We did if you're a hardcore wrestling fan, but you know. Well, what I just said at the beginning was mad. Hey man, listen, at least she's a woman, like that. I hope that Johnny doesn't see this. So I could expect Bray. Yep. Bailey's taking the title. I don't think it's the right time, but it's possible, of course. I mean, I guess it would have the flipping Bailey buddies. They'd all have a championship then, even though the tag team championships are a bit like whatever, but makes sense. Bianca's taught WWE put against her time for a break. Yeah, it's not a bad show. A break would do her good, I guess. Bro does rope plant finishers. Now the worst. Made them It's a terrible finisher, bro. Bianca Belair retains Savage. Bailey's not ready for the title. Yeah, I think Bailey's going to win. Not much people might say take the title off Bianca. You really want flipping Bailey bodies or Damage Control to have all the belts because they're not good enough to have them. Nobody cares about the tag team titles because there's no proper tag teams. EO, Dakota, and Bailey are all better on their own. In a faction, they're not very good. Only time I've seen Bailey good with anyone was Sasha, and that's because they were both top level athletes. So I don't know. Bailey can build up Raquel Gonzalez. Yeah, but I would rather see Raquel versus Bianca, to be honest. It's more of a test. It's way more of a test, the size and stuff like that. I think that would work out. Her promo on Raw was one of her best. Yeah, and it was still average. Bianca to retain, but I think Damage Control have the titles. They're going to put the strap in Bailey, unfortunately. And ring involved, Io takes over 4 moves, so Belair gets to the ring, which is on her knee. Hey, yo! What about him? If she wins with that stupid rose plan, I won't be happy. Charlotte Flair will dethrone Bianca. I don't know, man. Don't know. Charlotte's due back, man. But listen, with all the stuff what's going on in AEW right now with Andrade and Sammy Guevara fighting each other, I wouldn't be surprised to see Charlotte return with Andrade together. Like, let it be known that we're married and this is my husband. Let's go. Them way there. And I'm here for that. That gives Charlotte something different because everyone's saying they were getting fed up with Charlotte. I obviously wasn't. She's my favorite, but everyone else is getting fed up with her. Have her in a couple on screen. It doesn't have to be all the lovely stuff. They can just be the best wrestlers. They're dope. So yeah, I'm here for that. Definitely. And then yeah, moving on to the final match. I'm actually looking forward to this match, and you guys know every pay-per-view week we've done a prediction. I've come on and I've said when it's due that Ronda's getting better. She is. I can't lie. She's not great when she takes the mic. I still don't want to hear her talk. But in terms of wrestling, she's got She's got way better. Love, as you already seen my reaction when Liv won the title, so you already know that I love Liv. And Liv's got better and better, and people might not want to admit it, but for me, if you're talking about women's wrestling right now, AEW, Impact, and WWE, Liv's top 5 for sure. She's been dope. Great wrestling moves. Looks great. Probably needs a bit more to her character still, but she's starting to get that now. Um, Intricate play in the ring, technical. I think she's great, man, and she's getting better on the mic. She's not doing that stupid. You guys know, if anyone's been on the channel for a long time, we know that my problem with Liv has always been she's dope. I said she deserved the title ages ago. I said she deserved the title back Nikki uh when Nikki won the Money in the Bank. I said it should have been Liv, and I think she's been great as long as she stops crying all the time. And she stopped, so I'm here for it. And she might cheat to win this match. Honestly, she might cheat. So let's get it. Liv Morgan, Ronda Rousey. Now, I guess the problem would be, and what I know that everyone's saying to me is, Ronda's going to lose to Liv again, really? And that's a great shout if that's what anyone's saying, because it makes no sense her losing again either. But Liv's got the momentum, man, and she's a great champion. Like, they're doing more tours and stuff now since COVID and going around the world, and people love Liv. I think the last live event I went to in November last year, when Liv came out, crowd went crazy. She wasn't even the champion, so I'm here for it, man. And I want Liv to win. Now, if Ronda wins, the problem I always have with Ronda is when she wins, where does she go? Because she doesn't seem like a storyline person. She kind of reminds me of like Goldberg, but not as annoying. Where like if Goldberg wins a title, you know that he's going to be here for a bit. He's going to lose the title, and he's probably going to go missing. Now, this is probably the longest Ronda stayed around properly, apart from before WrestleMania 35. But I can see that if she loses again, she's go missing again and then come back. So yeah, we'll see. Sure. No, because remember what happened with Becky and Seth. Yeah, but Becky and Seth were baby faces when they went together, and that's why it didn't work, because they made Becky was the man at the time, and they were calling Seth the man's man. It doesn't always go wrong. Like at the beginning, this was talking about Beth Phoenix and Flipping Edge. Um, I mean, I just mean in a faction type. Listen, I just need Charlotte. I think for Charlotte to progress in her career and have, I love Charlotte. Innit? If she retires now, she goes down as the best for me. But for her to have something else different to what she's used to, because if you lot just want to come back as the regular queen and stuff, everyone's just gonna moan when she wins the title. She will win the title again because she's better than everyone. So yeah, I would just have it like that. I really would. But we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, her and Andrade return together because it rinse and repeat for Charlotte with her career. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I just said. Like, it's something different for her. For me, I know everyone won't agree, but I think Charlotte deserves everything that she wins. Of course, she's won more than everyone, though, so I get that. But there was a point when I was looking at that roster, and it did look like how it looks with Roman. Like, who's really supposed to beat her? Because every time we got a different champion, apart from Sasha, it was rubbish. Even if it was people that I liked, it was rubbish. Title reign, bro. Oscar's title reign was rubbish. Nia Jax's title reign was rubbish. Alexa's title reign was rubbish. It was just rubbish title reigns. Before Charlotte, Sasha, then the best title reign we had at that time was Nikki Bella. So yeah. So Liv Morgan retained, but I don't think Ronda Rousey does the title belt again. That's what I'm saying. And they haven't had run. I might be wrong on this. Apart from when Ronda first came in, when she was with Kurt Angle against Stephanie and Triple H, has Ronda had any feuds where it's not about the title yet? Maybe the Natalia one maybe the Natalia one, but pay-per-view wise, doesn't seem like it, does it? So, and she is Ronda, and I get with the name. So, 100% excited for this match again. Though, you probably wasn't in the chat. I mentioned it about 10 minutes ago. She's just with Alistair, and they've had family problems. Like he's lost somebody close to him. It's his wife. He's left AEW, so I'm guessing that's where she is. She keeps posting stuff on the beach and stuff like that, so seems like she's on holiday with him. Sup Savage, big up Alexander. Hope you're well, brother. But yeah, I'll go for Liv Morgan in this match. If I'm correct, let me double check something here. Because I don't want to get this wrong. I know that I read out all the stipulations of the matches and stuff like that, but the door some information. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, because it's an Extreme Rules match, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing I didn't mention on that. Then sorry about that, guys. It's an Extreme Rules match. Ronda versus Liv. So now I definitely think Liv's gonna win because it keeps Ronda looking strong if she loses by a weapon. So I'm here for that. But listen, we've had no bad pay per view since Triple H has been back, and I'm looking forward to this pay per view. I like the thought that Bray might pop up. If he doesn't, I'm not going to be disappointed because WWE haven't told us he's going to pop up. But if anyone's been doing the decoding of the QR codes and the stuff in the crowd and Twitter posts and stuff like that, everything points to Bray returning at Extreme Rules, and it would be perfect because of the last Extreme Rules as well, well the horror show one anyway. So I'm here for it, man. And Bray is one of the best minds in wrestling, and I think they said that Triple H has hired one of the Marvel writers on the writing team who's I think he started last week. That's exciting news. So yeah, let's see what happens, man. Because you bring Bray Wyatt back, and whatever creativity you had before, whatever creative freedom you had, like I said, man, if you give Bray 40% and WWE do the other 60, I think we get a great character. Because everyone loved the Fiend and the Funhouse Bray. I particularly like Funhouse Bray. My favorite Bray is obviously Eater of Worlds Bray, but I particularly like that Funhouse Bray, and we don't need the Fiend as much. I'm here for like the Fiend not showing up every time. So yeah, when the Fiend's involved, it causes too many problems because it means if you fight somebody with a title, he has to win. Then he has to keep the title, and he shouldn't really care about that because it's the Fiend. So do what you did with Finn Balor and let the Fiend come out every now and again, which is like once a year. But apart from that, Funhouse Bray, bring back the Eater of Worlds Bray, man. Start a new Wyatt family. I'm here for it, bro. Honestly, get Thingy off NXT, Gacy. He's like, if anyone's watched Gacy since coming to NXT, he is literally. You can tell. I bet if you asked him who's one of his inspirations from WWE, he'll tell you Bray Wyatt. You can tell, bro. He's very creative as well. He's got a cult like following. Bray could take over his cult and then bring it to WWE, to the main roster. That way he could come up as well. I'm deadly serious about this, bro. Gacy and Bray. Woo! Come on, man. Serious stuff. Alexander looking for this. Yeah, man. Definitely watch along on Saturday. It's gonna be dope. Savage will be here for the Saturday watch along. Yeah, man. Cook it up, man. Make sure you get your drink, get your sweets, whatever, and come chop it up, man. Becky Seth versus Edge, and Beth versus Candice and Johnny. What the hell are you doing, bro? Nah, bro. This is that's burning my eyes. That kind of match, bro. You might as well just throw Lacey and Baron Corbin in there. They're not a couple, but last time Baron Corbin gave Becky end of days, so I'm here for it. Do you think Carmelo Hayes will get called up? No, not since Solo relinquished his belt, but he will get called up eventually. I don't think he's gonna. Royal Rumble, we'll see him in, I think, and then we'll see after that. I really hope Bray shows up and goes for Seth. Nah, I don't want him to go for Seth. And if anyone watched Seth's interview last week with Ariel Tawani on the BT YouTube channel, Seth spoke about Bray on there as well, and he said that he didn't like it. He said he didn't mind fighting regular Bray before, but he said that he didn't blame it on Bray though. He said that he's no good at doing that supernatural stuff with him. So, yeah, we know. Remember what happened last time, bro? That went very wrong. And I know everyone talks about the Hell in a Cell match. The problem for me was when Seth just broke into the funhouse out of nowhere and burnt it. I didn't get it. They made it seem like it was some elusive place, and then one day he just went in. And then I remember then Miz got the promo on him. He said, "You're just in a room backstage." I was like, "All right." So come Saturday, we have to. The fella follow the best. Oh, come on, you know the voice. Last Legend deserves better in NXT. I don't. We spoke about her earlier. I don't even think she's that great, man. She's good in the ring, but on the mic, terrible. I think that's the Loomis in cahoots with Bray. He won't explain why he's stalking the Miz. That's why I said call up Indy, free talk to him, but also wrestle. Not a bad shout. That's a good shout, to be fair. They're different kind of like characters though, of what they do. But I do get the fact that he doesn't talk. The only thing is the stuff what Braze does compared to what Loomis is doing, breaking into his house and just staring at him and drawing pictures and that. That seems a bit weird. Nothing wrong with having two characters like that though, but I'm here for it. Gacy is 2.0 bro, and he's not like imitating him and copying him. He's really good. Like he's really good. I believe in his character a lot, man. So I think that would be cool for Gacy. He gets him to the main roster. He gets him under the wing of someone who's incredible. Puts his name out there because on NXT he's really popular, but obviously the main roster people don't know him. I'm looking forward to Wade Barrett being on SmackDown comment. Yeah, me too. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. God save our queen. Boom. You know when it was the beginning and the end for Wade Barrett when Wayne Rooney punched him in the face, bro. That's when it was over. At this point, Sasha and Naomi are coming back at the Royal Rumble. Let's face it, bro. When Triple H said when he was on the interview that he said for Sasha, she's one of the best in the world, but she has to want to do it. Now everyone referred to what I said months ago when I said that there was a week before it was like 2 weeks before she left. And I said it seems a bit weird because Sasha's turned into this big celebrity. Like she was on Mandalorian, obviously. I seen her at the red carpet event. I seen her in the ice bath with Kevin Hart. I seen her on Hot Ones. She was everywhere. She was on Lad Bible in the UK. She was everywhere. And I was like, sometimes you can have a dream of doing something, but that dream takes you somewhere else. And you start thinking, yo, I kind of like this. Her coming away from the ring. Remember, she did it before when she just left and she didn't come back for ages. And then she came back with the blue hair. Sometimes it can change you, man. And she's been doing fashion shows, her and Naomi. They've been doing like mad stretching videos and all that. So I don't know, man. You hope so that would be the one, but then at the same time, I don't think I want them both. If they're not going to come back as a tag team, I don't want them both coming back at the Royal Rumble because nobody will care about Naomi then. They're only going to care about Sasha. Whereas if they come out separate, you know what I'm saying? I think Naomi should just come back and join the Bloodline now. The whole family's there pretty much. Tamina's not on TV anyway. Come back, join the Bloodline, and then Sasha stay on the other brand away from her. And then we'll just forget about the tag team stuff. Or come back and win the tag team titles. Bray should go after Randy or Roman. Randy burned him and Roman embarrassed him. Roman would be the one, but then again, the title in it. And Randy, well, he's injured. And on top of that, if you remember, we had WrestleMania and then we had the Raw after Mania, and that's the last time we seen Bray. He cut that promo, but he said that it was all over between him and everybody else and Randy. He said he was more saying that, like, remember when he said about Alexi said, witches be wilding. Wow. That's I remember it, man. And then he was talking about meeting new friends because he had a new puppet coming. I think I remember seeing the that what's his name? Kyle Scarborough, Kyle Scott. You know the tattoo artist who draws all the stuff with Bray. He had a new character coming, but then he got released on it. So who would you like to see get called up from NXT? I think somebody asked me this last week. Nobody at the moment. I think NXT is doing great. I think if you take one of the big ones out, it takes something away from NXT. I wouldn't mind maybe seeing Cameron Grimes. Till that moon. Wouldn't mind seeing him, maybe. Mandy Rose is doing great, so I don't really want her to lose the momentum at the moment. She's been a great champion. I mean, I guess you could just do the whole Toxic Attraction and that, or Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller's dope, and he's got everything as well, and he's really good on the mic. He's a bit like Austin Theory though, in terms of like how they are. But if you have him on different brands, I'll go Grayson Waller as well. Yeah, I think Grayson won. I think he's dope. Even his accent doesn't bother me anymore. Alexa running, he got turned back. Plus, he still Alexa running, he got turned back to the goddess. Yeah, but then again, as I said, man, it's the Fiend what had that problem. The Bray Wyatt, we saw him speak after, and he was fine. So he said he wasn't going to do anything after that. If he comes back and goes straight into that character, it's not going to be as effective as I thought it was going to be. But we'll see, because I could be wrong, and I love Bray. So with the Rumble, I hope that Triple H in charge that we don't get. Yeah, Alexander. To be fair, they never show all of the people on the poster. The last, I will say though, the last Rumble was terrible. The men's one, the women's one was good, but the last men's Royal Rumble was absolute cheeks. Cheeks. Grayson Waller. Oh yeah, yeah. See, everyone likes Grayson Waller as well. Come on, he's my guy still. Von Wagen. Yeah, Von Wagen's not. Let's not talk about him, man. Mandy has beaten everyone, so Mandy keep the other two down there. Yeah, the other two need to come up because of there's not enough tag teams for the women division. Um, I think what will happen is because they don't have the titles anyway, do they? But I think at the moment it's Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons who are like the next top tag team. I think they might just skip and go straight to the main roster. To be fair, um, I like Nikita Lyons, yeah, but I have to say that that move what she does when she pins you, the splits, it's trash, bro. I know everyone likes to big her up too much because they're trying to look at her and that, but it's a terrible move, bro. Like when you watch it, it doesn't watch it properly. It doesn't look effective because as much as she's flexible, when you're jumping and doing it landing on somebody, it doesn't look like it hurts the person. So the person needs to be like incapacitated before she does it. Otherwise, it doesn't look realistic. But apart from that, she's dope, and that kick is lethal. If she does the kick first and does it, it doesn't. I don't mind, but he has potential, but something he's lacking. Yeah, does have potential, of course. That's why NXT's for though, isn't it? Developmental. Kaylee Ray's dope. Yeah, she dope, man. I can't wait to Halloween Havoc. To be honest, I think that's going to be interesting. Um, I can't remember what they announced another match for it earlier, which is kind of crazy considering. But obviously, there's that American, there's that title match in it. So that one is going to be Orem and Carmelo Hayes, Wesley, Von Wagner, and then there's a mystery person who's going to be in that match. Um, I think that mystery person might be Tyler Breeze. That's what I'm just saying. I think it might be Tyler Breeze. I remember watching the live stream, watch along for the Royal Rumble. Everyone enjoyed the women's, but yeah, you remember the men's one was terrible. We haven't seen Tiffany Stratton. I think she's getting called up. I like Tiffany Stratton. Um, you guys will understand this year. You know NXT. I like their backstage stuff and that, but sometimes I don't know if it might be me. Yeah, the camera seems so perfect. Everything looks like a TV set. So the promos don't hit like Tiffany and Homegirl when they were doing the promos. There's one when she got the powder all over her face, and it was so cheesy. But Tiffany Stratton's dope though. Give her that. Well, for Tiffany gets caught up. Yeah, E Marie 2.0 character wise. I don't think the character are anything like each other, to be honest. Tiffany and Fingy. She's more like the Valley Girl character. Um, Eva Marie wasn't, but yeah, let's not even talk about Eva Marie because I like her as a person, and she follows me on Instagram, so just allow me, bro. I don't want. Nah, it's all right, man. It don't really bother me. But yeah, that's Extreme Rules for you, man, and I'm excited for it. I hope all of you guys are excited for it. I hope everybody comes and joins me for Extreme Rules on Saturday. Um, come join the watch along, man. Especially people who ain't normally there. I know a lot of people will join me in the week and then don't join me on the watch along. But trust me, ask the people, man. We have fun. We talk wrestling. Yeah, I mean, we're honest about our reviews of the matches going on, and yeah, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. And no, Alexander, I don't want to see anything to do with Reggie, to be honest, bro. Just put Reggie back with Carmella in it and put her back in the dress and do that. Nikita Lyons will win NXT title before you blink. Well, that's what I said on it. That's what's to keep her down there, though, because people love her down there. To be fair, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about Nikita Lyons, man. I like her and that, but there's something what annoys me about her already. She speaks with a lot of attitude, and I don't know why them characters put me off. It's because it doesn't feel realistic. But I know she loves herself and that, so It is what it is. I think all these wrestlers, if they're gonna use social media, they need to do more. You know what I mean? Instead of just like doing their little flirty, weird dancing and all that. Do more, man. Build your character on social media, man. You know how many people want the chance to be wrestlers in that? You've got social media, you've got thousands or millions of followers following your every move. If you've got a character who's a heel, stop doing babyface stuff on Instagram. You know what I mean? And I'm not on about like Mother's Day and that. I'll let you off with all that stuff. But like, there's no reason for you to do that. Have a private Instagram so you can speak to your friends on there and nobody else can get in, and then have a wrestling one and portray that on there. Like even I've seen Roman after pay-per-views, like straight after on the treadmill, talking about the opponent, saying nobody can beat him. I loved that. And I know Bray's gonna do that when he comes back as well. He'll use Twitter and stuff, but everyone's just giving away everything now. I don't like it, so yeah, weird. New entrant sets for premiere. Yeah, yeah, there will be. They should have our truth. No, no, we just went over that. Where is our truth? Well, all the 24/7 people have been taken off telly in it. So that's what it seems. Say what you want to say, Sarah. You don't like how she speaks because she comes across as a wannabe ratchet black woman from the ghetto. Well, it's honestly, it's not say what I want to say because I said this to you guys already about Bianca. That's what they've done with her. And the the thing is, if you hear Nikita speak outside, um, not speak, but you know when there's women do them stupid, and I don't care if I offend anyone. You know them stupid reels where people lip sync. First of all, if you're a man and you're doing that, you're weird and you're soft, and I don't know what's going on. And if you're a woman and you're doing that, it's annoying and you never lip sync in time, so it doesn't even look like you're doing it for real. But when she does that, she moves with loads of attitude as well, which means I don't think she's putting it on. I don't know what part of America she's from and that, but I think that's what she's growing up around. But it just annoys me, bro. And I don't care if she's black or not, or I don't care if you're black or white. It just annoys me because it doesn't. It annoys me because wrestling is it's entertainment and it's stories, it's characters. So bringing your real life into, even if you do speak like that, like why would you want to be stereotyped on TV? Like you've got the chance to do whatever you like. It's almost like I didn't, and I know it's funny now, and I used to love prime time and that. I mean, I just you know about crime time, bro. If anyone realizes the time when they came out, bro, they pretty much Vince pretty much saw um 50 Cent the G Unit and just like, listen, you lot come and do this, man. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's literally it. So I'm kind of done with that, man. I grew up with that, and when I was a kid, I didn't realize what was going on. You know what I mean? As soon as I got older, I realized. But we still get Gable Stevens coming. Yep, exactly. I don't need to see our truth back. Keep him throwing that drink over Cena, fan maybe. I love our truth. I love our truth. Honestly, is dope. When she's not black, yeah, exactly. She's grown up around black people from the streets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But just for wrestling purposes, I'm not telling people not to be themselves, but wrestling isn't about being yourself in it. And if you are going to be yourself as a wrestling character, you're supposed to be yourself and then up it. You know what I mean? Austin and The Rock ain't like these people, Ric Flair and that. They're not that far away from their real life character. Especially Ric Flair more than anyone. He's literally his character. So you have to do that in it. But I'll give it with Nikita Lyons. She's a finger in it. She's a singer, so I see what she's doing. Finally, I've complained about the entrance check quite a few times past watch alongs. Yeah, you did say that. Alexander, you say that every time the thing starts, the big screen. Opposed to Byron Saxton. Uh, I don't know what that's referred to. You're probably speaking about someone else, but I don't know. I heard she does. Yeah, she does do karate. She does it for real, man. Like if you just go on her Instagram and look at her fighting, bro. She'll kick your ass, bro. Not you personally, but she's a savage like that. See, Saturday, my friend, I'm going to eat my lunch now and run. Yeah, big up. We're leaving now anyway. It's quite so weird to me when I hear people say they're going to eat the lunch. Obviously, because I'm in the UK, and so lunchtime was about 8 hours ago for me. So I mean, I don't have lunch, but it was about eight hours ago. But guys, you all have been brilliant as usual. You've been dope. It's been fun. Um, always fun speaking wrestling. we'll have to see what we do about Raw review if we're gonna do Savage Talks because I know you like just want to talk wrestling in the week and stuff, so we can go back to Thursday for Savage Talks wrestling. Um, and then the only time I won't do Savage Talks is if I'm busy doing something else at what's work. I will never just take the time off for the sake of it. Um, but yeah, join me Saturday. What time's the? I don't even know what time the show's on, but the likelihood is going to be at 12 or 1 o'clock, and I'll just be whatever time the main show starts. I will come on half an hour before that show or 15 minutes before it. So yeah, get stuff together, get yourself some drinks, and that slap them in the fridge now, man. So you're prepared for Extreme Rules, man. We might be getting the big man back, like that, and I'm here for it. Praise my guy. But yeah, thanks for coming along, man. You guys go and enjoy the rest of your day, whatever part of the world you're in. Go and enjoy it, and be safe, man. Take care of yourself. Drink water. Don't be nasty. You know what I'm way there. I've been your boy, Good Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share.